They flew to Turkey and are now in Syria. But the families of the schoolgirls, who are now feared to have become so-called jihadi brides, say there were no clues of their growing radicalism. Today, as those loved ones appeared before the Home Affairs Select Committee, they said the girls had shown no outward signs of what was to come.
Not at all.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Not at all. My sister was into any normal teenage things. She used to watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians and stuff like that, so there was nothing that indicated that she was radicalised in any way, not at home.
The committee heard how police gave the girls letters after a fellow pupil at their school went to Syria last December. But the notes weren't passed on to their families.
If you and the other families had received that letter, rather than it going to the girls, what would have been that effect on yourself and the others if you'd received that letter directly?
If we'd received the letter directly, we would have contacted the police. We would have contacted the police, found out, okay, why, where has this first girl gone, if they gave us that information. And I would have spoken to my sister and I would have said, hold on, okay, if she was a close friend of yours, what do you know and how much information can you give?
That failure led to a fulsome apology from the Commissioner of the Metropolitan Police.
Clearly, it's a terrible situation they find themselves in, having lost their daughters in such a horrible way. And as you can only half imagine what a parent is going through at this time. So in that sense, I'm sorry that they're in that situation. I'm also sorry that the letter that we intended to get to them didn't get through, because clearly that failed. It was intended for them and it failed, and for that, of course, we're sorry.
Details also emerged about how the girls afforded flights to Turkey costing in excess of £1,000.
Can you say how the girls got that money?
We think it's linked to theft from families.
Sorry, could you repeat
We think
that?
it's linked to taking jewellery from one of the families.
But police stress there was nothing more they could have done and say the three teenagers were determined to flee Britain for Syria.